Welcome to another live stream, and I just want to get in here, hang out with you guys for a little bit. Hasn't been too much Walking Dead news to talk about as of late, but we are just going to be chilling out. Hopefully we can get some people in here. Talking some Walking Dead, having some good vibes. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm probably not going to be live for too long today, so if you guys are seeing this as a VOD, it'll probably only be about 20 minutes or so, maybe 15 to 20 minutes. Just wanted to go live and tell you guys, or talk to you guys a little bit and see how you guys are all doing, man. If you guys are seeing this as a VOD, I just wanted to say there's not that much going on in terms of Walking Dead news right now, really. But we have Comic-Con coming up, which should be exciting. Obviously, I'll be covering a lot of the Comic-Con stuff. But I will have some new videos out shortly. You guys know I can be a little bit, like, I guess we can say spurtsy. I kind of, make videos in spurts, because that's just how creativity works, you know what I mean? But as of right now, man, there's not a lot going on. But I'm still on here trying to go live with you guys and spend a little time with you guys. Have some good times, man. So hopefully you guys are all doing great. But yeah. Yo, Dennis, what's up, brother? Hope you're doing good. The Walking Dead forever. Hey, man. You're on the right YouTube channel if that's how your vibe is. If that's how you feel, you found the right channel, brother. Promise. I'm just chilling out, looking over a beautiful pond with a fountain. Going live on YouTube, talking to you guys, man. We got 3 people in here now. If you guys are new to the stream, make sure you drop a comment. Let me know who you are. And yeah, let's have some good conversations. I'm only going to be live for probably 15 to 20 minutes because I got to get some dinner figured out. But I know I haven't uploaded in like probably a week or so or whatever. It's been a week and a half, but not a lot of news, guys. Not a lot of news, man. We're kind of just in a stale period, but a look back season 4 is coming out next week. So look for that on Monday. A look back of The Walking Dead season 4. We've done a look back season 1, a look back season 2, a look back season 3. Now we're doing a look back season 4. If you guys are unfamiliar with what a look back is just a retrospective, nostalgic trip down memory lane where we go back through every single season of The Walking Dead and talk about major plot points, major characters, major events, go over what we liked, what we didn't like, what we would have changed, everything like that. Just a very fun, fan-friendly video. So if you guys have not checked those out, make sure you guys go check that out, man. It's very fun. It's very fun, man. A look back is a really, really fun series that I've done. I've only done 3 episodes, though, because they do take a little bit longer to make. Typically, they're more like long, very, informative videos. So, but if you guys haven't checked it out, go to the playlist on the channel and check out a look back, man. It's so fun. 24 people in here now. If you guys are new to the channel, I hope you guys are doing awesome. Hope you guys are kicking butt in whatever you're trying to do and accomplishing all your goals, man, accomplishing all your dreams. I love you guys. I love you all. I hope you're staying incredibly safe out there in the crazy world, man. Every day I read crazy stuff's happening out there, man. So wherever you guys are tuning in from, I hope you're staying safe. Dennis Jacobson, my first time in a live chat, getting to learn this. Yeah. Well, hey, I'm glad you're here, bro. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being a part. It means a lot to me. You guys are all awesome people, man. I really appreciate everyone that comes by and subscribes and drops likes and shows support to the channel. It means the world to me, man. For sure. I hope you guys are doing great. But yeah, no, we're just chilling out. Like I said, I'm only going to be live for probably 20 minutes. So if you guys have anything you want to talk about, it doesn't have to be Walking Dead related. We can talk about anything. I love to do these lives. Typically, I'm live for like 2 hours or an hour and a half, but my girlfriend's over right now, and I don't have time for all that. So I just thought it's been a little while since I've made a video, and I kind of want to come on here and just spend some time with you people, man. Spend some time with you. You guys are awesome. 99% of the people who come by the stream are just awesome people, man. So it's good to know that cool people still exist. Sometimes you see these like bigger communities and these bigger YouTube channels, and everyone's so negative all the time, man. It's kind of like, dang, man. I get being a troll. I'm kind of a troll myself, but never been a negative Nancy, though, at the same time. There's a difference between trolling and being just a negative prick, you know? I want a Tales of the Walking Dead season 2. Truthfully, just being real, I don't. I don't really care. It depends on how they did it, I guess. I can't say I don't because okay, I wouldn't be that excited really for Tales, but if it was like kick butt, dude, I'd be awesome. Yo, Walter, hey brother, how you been, man? Chilling. Just thought I'd go live for a couple minutes here. I know I haven't made a video in a while. I had some not crazy life stuff or anything like that, but I just been dealing with some stuff, you know what I mean, and just enjoying life, spending time with family and everything. Just haven't really had the time to make videos as of late, but Monday I'm making a new video for you guys. It's gonna be a cool one. A look back for The Walking Dead season 4. So it's gonna be a fun video, man. Those are my favorite. Well, probably not my favorite. I think Q&As are my favorite videos to make, but yeah, I think season 1 was kind of mid for my standards, or for Walking Dead standards that I've grown accustomed to, but I think season 2, if they did more interesting characters, would be pretty awesome. You know, could be awesome, right? We don't really know, but I think hopefully that's not what Comic-Con is. I hope we don't get like those announcements like, oh yeah, Tales season 2 and all this other stuff. I hope we get Rick and Michonne are coming back 2026. You know what I mean? Fall of 2026. That'd be sick. Probably not going to happen, though. What do you guys think? Do you guys think we're going to get a Rick and Michonne announcement? I don't think so, personally. I don't think we will. I think it'll just be more of the same. Someone's going to probably ask a question about it. I'm sure we'll have Rick and Michonne questions, but Gimple's probably just going to be like, well, here's the thing. The way that story ended, The Ones Who Live, you know, there's always the potential for it, for anything. You know, there's always the chance that we could see these characters again. I'm sure it's going to be something like that. And he's going to say, I'm always thinking about ways that I can involve these characters in the universe because I love these characters, and I think about it all the time. He's going to just say more. It's going to be more Gimple, bro. It's going to be more Scott Gimple Gimpling. The Ones Who Live, I liked it a lot. I think it was the highest budget, I think it was the highest quality Walking Dead that we've had in a long time, possibly forever. By quality, I don't just mean writing, but in terms of budget and hype, I haven't felt that level of hype and excitement since, I don't even know, probably like the Negan introduction for like 701 probably. I haven't been that hyped for The Walking Dead. For me, The Walking Dead hype kind of dropped off in like season 8, season 9. Like in terms of me just being excited all the time. But like my heart was beating fast again during a Walking Dead episode, during The Ones Who Live, during the premiere and the finale. And then episode 4, where Rick and Michonne had a lot of the dialogue where they were in like that condo and she showed him the phone with Carl's drawing on it, and like that was beautiful. Yeah, I really loved The Ones Who Live, honestly, I can't lie. I thought it was gas, dude. I loved it. I thought it was really fun. I thought it did its job. Yo, Blue Moon. What's up, brother? Hope you're doing good out there, man. I think a lot of people who didn't like The Ones Who Live kind of just misunderstood what the point of the show was, right? Like, that's how I feel. Now, of course, if you just didn't like it, then that's obviously not the case. But I think a lot of people get mad at, like, you know, oh, it was, like, too short, and, like, the CRM storyline was cut short, and it was unrealistic and all this stuff. But it's like, obviously, I mean, look, it's not going to be a perfect show, but, you know, the point of The Ones Who Live, and I've said this a billion times, you know, the point of The Ones Who Live was to catch us up with Rick, show us what Rick's been doing, show us what Michonne's been doing, trying to find him, and then, yeah, reintroduce Rick back into the universe. It did that, and then reunite him with his family, Michonne, Judith, and RJ. It did that, and now Rick is back, and it also sets up the potential for anything, because it's an open-ended story. Rick can do whatever he wants to do now. So, like, it literally checked every box. The Ones Who Live checked every box. Reunited Rick with his family, caught us up with him as a character, showed us what he was doing, showed us why he didn't make it back home, showed what Michonne was doing, showed us what Michonne encountered on her way to finding him, met some cool characters like Nat, stuff like that, right? I feel like it covered everything perfectly, you know? A lot of people just don't like the pacing of the 6 episodes, thought it felt rushed and stuff like that, but, I mean, the whole point of, people put too much into the CRM, in my opinion. They put too much stock into the CRM. They're like, oh, the CRM is like, man, The Ones Who Live is about Rick Grimes, you know? Like, it's about Rick. Obviously, the CRM is a cool concept, but it's like a side story. It's not really the main story of The Ones Who Live. The Ones Who Live is Rick. And General Beale, some people didn't like how his character was, you know, but the way they made Rick and Michonne, the way Rick and Michonne was made here, like Unbeatable Superheroes sucked. I mean, yeah, but I mean, what did you want? Did you want him to die? Like, you know, like what did you, what would you have changed about it? You know what I mean? Because like my thing is, like I get what you're saying. Like they went into the CRM and they completely overtook the CRM and pretty much destroyed the corrupt leadership of the CRM in a very short period of time. You know, with the odds are they wouldn't have gotten away with all that stuff. But I mean, at the same time, it's The Walking Dead, bro. You know, I mean, it's like I said, it's never going to be a perfect show, but I think The Ones Who Live was really high quality. The budget was great. The cinematography was great. And like I said, for the first time in forever, my heart was beating fast during a Walking Dead episode. You know, it's the first time. I will say I didn't really like just being real. I think The Ones Who Live was great. I loved it. I'd probably give it like a 9 out of 10. I thought it was just gas. It was every episode was just worth a watch, right? And it was more about Rick and Michonne's story than the CRM, and I enjoyed seeing them back together. But if I had to be critical of a few things with that show, one thing I would say I would not say it was too short. I wouldn't say that the ending sucked. I wouldn't say all that stuff. I would literally just say that I just didn't like the whole Jadis storyline. I didn't like Jadis in The Ones Who Live. I didn't like what they did with her character. I didn't like how she died. I didn't like any of it, really. Just wasn't a big fan of the way they handled Jadis' story, personally. I thought Jadis was actually pretty interesting in Season 8 and Season 9. But, I mean, in The Ones Who Live, she was just kind of there, just like an existing character, you know what I mean? Jadis kind of felt like she had no screen presence and she was just a freaking weirdo, you know what I mean? She was just a weird person that had, like, no aura at all. And it was unfortunate. It would have been so much cooler if it was like a better character. Jadis never was a great character. I did start to tolerate her a little more. But personally, wasn't that crazy about Jadis to me. Wasn't that big of a fan. But that's probably like, if I could make a few criticisms for the show, I'd probably say Jadis' storyline was a little bit weak. I didn't mind the whole like superhero element. Like I get what you're saying, but I mean Rick was like really deep into the CRM at that point, and he's obviously a smart dude and he is a strong character. I don't really think him and General Beale would have been able to have a whole fist fight and fucking all that noise and nothing. Nobody would have heard that. You know what I mean? I think it would have been a lot cooler if Rick would have like planned to assassinate General Beale. Like I think, and it could have been like a way cooler thing. Like his death's like what I would have done for killing off General Beale is like I would have made it to where Rick practically plotted to like assassinate General Beale and you know caught him off guard or something and you know planned it perfectly, you know what I mean, and had this scene. And I guess that's kind of what happened, but like the way it happened inside of his like office, like are there no people watching the office with like cameras and stuff? I mean, they're very technologically advanced, the CRM is, right? So like it just didn't really make any sense. That didn't make any sense to me. That's probably one criticism I would have of that, you know, is that it was just like a little bit unrealistic. But I mean, hey, dude, it's The Walking Dead, bro. And I know it's like I'm not gonna say like it's a show about zombies, and so since there's zombies on the show, you know, it shouldn't be or shouldn't have elements of realism because that's what makes us love The Walking Dead. Go back to season 1, season 2. They were like elements and you know, aspects of realism that we loved, right? And then as the show went on, when they started introducing the tiger and introducing this, like, I'm currently in the middle of a rewatch with my girlfriend. And, yeah, we're at season 7, and she's honestly getting a little bored with the story right now. So it happens. I'm talking about the meeting with Red's group. I know it's only max 5 minutes. I puked. Yeah, I mean... I don't know, man. I didn't hate everything in The Ones Who Live. I didn't hate really anything. I just think that There was just some missed opportunities, but it was overall good for like current day The Walking Dead. I think they could have done better for sure, but it was good though to me. It still did its job. I just didn't like Jadis' storyline, how they met those people out in the woods and stuff. It just, I don't know. It seemed too like, I don't know, it just didn't seem like genuine OG Walking Dead. It was just more like Rick and Michonne's story continuing. You know what I mean? But it was still good though. It just wasn't. It wasn't as good as it could have been. But that first episode was gas. The first episode was great. The fourth episode, or was it the third or fourth? Which one was the one where they're talking a lot and stuff, and in the condo and stuff, and they end up leaving? Is that 5 or is that 4? I think that's 4, right? And then 5 is the episode with Jadis, right? 4 was the one where they're talking a lot. Yeah. Okay. So 1 was the premiere with Rick. 2 was Michonne's episode. 3 was them kind of establishing themselves in the CRM, Michonne being introduced to the CRM, going on runs and stuff like that, right? And then they do that bomb mission, remember, where they're trying to get rid of those walkers or whatever with that bomb or whatever they're trying to do, right? I can't remember. And then 4 is the episode where they're in the condo and they're arguing and fighting and stuff. And then 5 is the episode where they are fighting Jadis, and then Jadis dies in 5, and then 6 is the finale. So I think I just recapped it perfectly. But yeah, no. It was good. The quality was great. Too much of a love story. Yeah, I agree. See, that's another fair criticism. See, now you're talking, I think now you're talking more, I think you're speaking more to the heart of myself now. I agree with you. I do think the Rick and Michonne and The Ones Who Live, it did seem like a bit too much of a love story. And like, we know they love each other. We saw what they all went through together in the Walking Dead original series. We don't need that, right? We didn't need that. It seemed a little bit too forced. And I don't know. I would agree with you though, for sure. It was a bit much of a love story. And yeah, I agree 100%, bro. 1,000%. See, those are my criticisms. Now you're speaking to me. I would say too much of a love story. A little bit unrealistic with the Rick and General Beals fight. I meant Rick and General Beals fight. And what else did I say? The whole CRM storyline, I didn't mind. I didn't mind it ending the way it ended. I thought that was fine. It wasn't about the CRM to me. It was about Rick. But even the way they handled Rick cutting his hand off was sick. Him getting the prosthetic blade was sick. All that stuff was awesome. Just the feel of the first episode. I wholeheartedly believe that the first episode of The Ones Who Live is like one of the, like, it's probably a top 20 Walking Dead episode of all time. Maybe even top 10, to be honest. I think it was that good. Just learning about the CRM, man. Learning about Rick. Seeing Rick again was so insane. Like, seeing Rick again was effing nuts. Don't think we'll ever get the quality of the OG show, like season 1 to 6. The only season I think that even compared to the OG seasons after that was season 9. I think every other season was weaker. Not terrible, but weaker. You know what I mean? Season 9 felt refreshing. There was something about season 9 that felt really refreshing and really unique and new. There was a new feeling there. It was very good. Season 9 was one of my top, like, probably top 4 seasons. Top 3, maybe. Nah, maybe not top 3. Probably 4. I don't know. But, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to agree with you, but I see why you think what you think. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. There was just something about the camera filter, the grain on the camera, and, you know what I mean? There was just something about that, right? It felt genuine. It felt real, authentic. I don't know. Something hits different about the OG seasons, bro. Not gonna lie. But 1 to 6 is definitely peak. Season 6 is my favorite season personally. Probably then season 5, and then maybe 9 or 4. That's the order. And 2 has to be up there. 2 might be better than 9, to be honest. 9 was really cool, though, with the Whisperers. But 2 is probably... That farm conflict with Rick and Shane was insane. But... Alright, guys. I appreciate you for coming by, Dennis, and the few other people who commented. I hope you guys are all staying safe out there in the crazy world, man. this was a short stream. I have to go get dinner figured out. Spending time with some family tonight. And yeah, I hope you guys are all doing great out there. You know, spending time with your family, enjoying your Friday night. Stay tuned for a new video on Monday. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you, Dennis. Walking Dead forever, brother. Absolutely. I'm going to be here hopefully making videos all the way to the end. You know, I want to make videos for as long as I can and as many as I can because, man, I love the universe. I still believe, really quickly, just to touch on that, I still believe we can get that same quality. I really do. I believe we can get the same quality. Will it be really difficult? Yeah, but guess what? The same minds who created that are the same minds that are in charge today. They're in charge today. The same minds that created that are in charge today. So I think it's possible. I think it'll be difficult, but it could be possible. Now, if you asked me to bet, would I bet that we were going to get that same quality again? No. I would say probably not. Do I think I do think we can get close, though. I think we can get close to where it's good enough, right? I think we can get close to where it's really good. Will we ever get that again? Probably not. I wouldn't bet on it. But I'm a believer, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm a believer. I think we can get there again. Yeah, I'm hopeful. I'm hopefully optimistic. Maybe delusional a little bit. But I believe. I believe, bro. Honestly. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully at Comic-Con there's something for a new show. Kind of getting tired of the Dead City, Daryl Dixon stuff. Kind of want something new. I want a Rick Michonne spinoff. That'd be sick. But probably not going to get any announcements. I bet we might get something for that next year. Probably. Realistically, they'll probably do something with Rick and Michonne next year at Comic-Con. Or maybe the year after that, but probably not this year. But anyway, Dennis, I appreciate your support, bro. I appreciate you for stopping by. All the other 8 people that are in here. I hope you guys are doing great. Staying safe out there in the world. The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon Season 1 was great. Absolutely. It was really good. That was one of the best spinoffs. I still think The Ones Who Live was a little better, but Daryl Dixon Season 1 was fantastic. Season 2 was good, too. I thought Season 2 was good. But I think Season 1 was better, but Season 2 is very watchable. Season 2 is very watchable to me, bro. Really good. But yeah, I'm going to catch you guys on Monday. Stay tuned for Monday's video. It's going to be a look back Season 4. And if it's not a look back Season 4, it's going to be a really cool hypothetical video about the potential for a crossover between Negan, Rick and Michonne, and Maggie, everything like that. I'll have to wait and see, but probably going to be a look back Season 4. So I love you guys. Stay safe out there in the crazy world, man. I'll see you guys in the next one.